One of the things you guys always talk about with Call of Duty is choice. You talk about choice for gamers, and that's really coming up over and over and over again with Black Ops 3. Would you talk about some of the things that you might be bringing to 3 that we've never seen before?
With the co-op campaign, first time in a while, last one was ours actually, World at War. Bringing 4 players in, we wanted to be able to give you personality, be able to give you kind of choice on who you are. So there's obviously I say obviously, but the idea of customizing your character, that's first for the campaign. It's customizing the character, detailing them out, choosing the face, choosing the kind of the gear. Then you also have this concept of a safe house, an area between levels. So historically, missions would just go one into the next. But this is being told over more like a week and a half time period. So you actually go back to the safe house and prep before you go to the next mission. So that area, your bunk area, you can customize. You can put things on the wall that you find in the missions. You can change your flag, right? You can change the persona of who you are. As people join your co-op game, their bunk's open with their bunk in there. So if they then disconnect, that would close, and if someone else joined it, open up.
Oh, that's really cool,
right? That's just the aesthetics part, right? But showing off medals, bragging rights, right? What you've done, these items that you found in different levels. Then you can kind of go out into that safe house and choose your weapon. So with leveling up and progression, pick the base weapon, attachments, how much you're playing it, and how much you're using that weapon allows you to pimp that out more, apply paint patterns to that as well, customize it, personalize it in that way. And then we have this concept of cyber cores. Because you're a cybernetic soldier, you've been enhanced or augmented, you have these 3 cores that then have a list of abilities associated with them. So picking them, upgrading them, allows you to then customize it and change what kind of equipment and abilities you can take to the battlefield.
That's great. So if I start out thinking I want to be this type of player, and I realize I'm not really having that much fun being this type of player, I can take that thing out and put in a new thing and not be stuck with it.
Yeah, you can have multiple loadouts. So actually during the mission, you can go to a loadout container and say, listen, I brought my long-range stuff. I was going with a sniper rifle. I was using this kind of chaos ability to kind of take robots out. And actually I found out that I want to do more close combat. It's humans close combat. Oh, I've got my human close combat loadout here. Let me just change to that. Okay, I'm going to do rapid strike now. I'm going to jump in and be hitting guys and then shotgunning them at close range. And then the team as well can look at each other's loadout and set up before they go into a mission, so they can configure themselves appropriately.
Do you all have a favored class and a favored style, or do you really need to, like, everybody's got to be familiar with everything because you just sort of need to be able to engage in conversation with anyone regardless of what their loadout is?
Here's the absolute truth. You encourage everybody on the team to use everything so you can get the widest range of feedback and information about that. And that works right up until they don't do so well, and then they revert to the habits of what makes them successful as players. So, this is why things like public betas, which Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer will have, are important to us, so that you can get a wide swath of information and data that will help feed that sort of playtest feedback. Everybody wants to be better than their fellow player on the competitive side anyway. You certainly see a lot of diversity on the campaign players, but even then, people just rally around things that they worked on or are passionate about, and it's just, we're still gamers, right? So even though you're a game maker, it's hard to beat over being a
test team.
Yeah, that's right.
And I don't rely on them to test the game. Otherwise, it would just be like, whatever your favorite thing would be awesome.
But that said, we do, for multiplayer, we play test it every single day with the team, because it's a game that you can't really play solo.
Of course.
So you have to have, the team has to play it together to iterate and understand what the problems are and solve them creatively. I myself play like probably 3 or 4 times a week, and I deliberately try to pick different things every time to get a sense of what that experience is going to be across a wide variety of our fan base.
When I had